Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Windy Nur Aini. In this video, I would like to explain one of the method that we can choose when we want to do a research. The method is introspective method. Okay, mostly in this video we will discuss about what, when, who, how, and why from introspective method. Without any further ado, we can get started with our discussion. The heart and soul of good writing is research. You should write not what you know, but what you can find out about. Robert J. Sawyer. So, what is introspective? Introspective is the process of observing and reporting on one's own thoughts, feelings, motives, reasoning process, and mental states, often with a view to determining the ways in which these processes and states shape behavior. Or we can say that introspective is a way to access consciousness. Introspective method is already used from long time ago in the world of research, but in the first half of the 20th century, behaviorism gained favor. So, introspective methods lost its popularity. But in the second half of the 20th century, the popularity of cognitive psychology rose and behaviorism became forgotten, and a new interest in introspection emerged until today. Why do researchers use the introspective method? The answer is because not all processes can be observed directly in the world of research. But with introspective method, there's an assumption that an individual can access and reflect on internal processes. The goals of introspective methods are, first, to examine the underlying linguistic knowledge learners have gained of the second language and the source of that knowledge. Second, to reveal the cognitive processes employed by the participants that cannot be made evident through direct observation. Who uses introspective methods? Okay, introspective method originally used in the fields of philosophy and psychology, and later in cognitive psychology, education, and linguistics. How do researchers use the introspective method? There are three types of introspective data elicitation methodology. The first is verbal reporting, gives voice to silent thinking and prompts individuals to vocalize about their internal processes as they perform a task or solve a problem. Second, interviews, conducted one-on-one between interviewer and individual participants. The third, diary studies. Learners record their perceptions about language learning. This is a step for novice researchers like us. The first, observe the participants. Before we start our research, we need to know who is the participants that we want to observe. Second, selecting a research focus and research questions so that we will have a clear goals in our observe. Third, choose data elicitation methods. We have discussed about it before. There are three types of data elicitation methods that we can choose. Fourth, acknowledging the integral connection between research findings and data collection measures. Fifth, using a critical friend to conduct interviews. The use of a critical friend removes the risk of researchers' interference. And last, novice researchers will need to ensure they have the necessary equipment for audio and video recording and careful plans for the compiling, coding, and analyzing the data. So that's all the material about introspective method. I hope you guys could understand the material. Thank you for your nice attention, and if you guys have something to ask, you guys can ask on the comment section below. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.